Phoenix.
Hey, it's Audrey from the Dave and Mahoney Morning Show. So much of what makes a family happy is what takes place in our homes. And some of that is creating a mess, whether it's picking up a kid from soccer practice, baseball practice, and all of that yuck being brought into your home carpets or onto your hardwood or tile. And Zero Res actually has something that can help. They can handle every single surface in your homes like carpets, tile, grout, hardwood, LVP, stone, upholstery, rugs, and even air ducts. I've recently used Zero Res and they do an amazing job. And I have pets, okay? And my pets might be dirtier than your kids. Actually, after further review, probably not. But this month, get Zero Resified starting at just $45 per room and get an air duct cleaning starting at just $4.99. You owe it to yourself and to your family to breathe healthy, happy, and clean. Call Zero Res right now at 480-507-2419 or go online at ZeroResPhoenix.com and say you want the KDUS special. Spell it backwards or forwards. It all spells the same. Zero Res.
Just call Sweet James at 1-800-9-million. Just call Sweet James, your accident attorneys.
If you've been hurt in a car, truck, or motorcycle crash, you're probably asking, who do I trust? There's only one firm to call, the attorneys at Sweet James. Here's what makes them different. Many of the Sweet James attorneys used to represent insurance companies, so they know how they work and what comes next. Sweet James steps in, takes over, helps you get the right doctors, and handles your case so you can focus on healing. They fight to get you the most money possible and help you get back on the road. They've recovered over $2 billion for injured accident victims, and you pay nothing unless they win. Call for a free case review, 800-9-million, 800-900-0000. and sweetjames.com.
Just call Sweet James at 1-800-9-million. Just call Sweet James, your accident attorneys.
At Banner Health, we don't wait for the future. We build it. We're finding new ways to treat cancer with our own immune systems. We're among the first to treat Parkinson's with a patient's own cells. And we're a world leader in artificial heart implantation, all while training over 1,300 doctors every year. It's no small work. But to us, it's just another Banner day. Banner Health.
For nearly 25 years, Primavera has helped thousands of Arizona students succeed with an accredited world-class education, tuition-free and from home. Don't wait. Enroll today at chooseprimavera.com. That's chooseprimavera.com.
The KDUS AM 1060 app is brought to you by Law Bear Auto Accident Attorneys. Hurry to lawbear.com.
That's lawbear.com. The bear has your back.
It's the lunch break.
That's right. You're here. We're here. It's the Friday edition of the lunch break here on KDUS AM 1060. Chris Schubert, producer Evan, hanging out with you, closing out a short week. Only 4 shows for us this week.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like Friday.
But it is.
Which is great. That's always a great sign.
Woke up this morning, checked the phone. It said, yes, indeed, it is a Friday. We have some fun planned for you here today. The debut of Trivia Fridays. We need a better name for it. We're working on it. We weren't going to not launch the segment without a name. So we've got that coming up here in hour number 1. We got to pick our weekend winners in hour number 2 of the program. But we start with the football team. I just have one simple question. Now, I will tell you, I'm a little nervous. I'm going to press the button here in a second. Hopefully it works. Let me just hold on, everybody. Hold on. All right, everything feels like it's in the proper place here today on the show. I've just got one question. Can Carson Beck win the Cardinals quarterback job?
Time for our top story of the day. It's the Daily Special.
Perhaps the most important question, I think, outside of the resolution of these 2 holdouts, of Jacoby Brissett and Josh Sweat. Does Carson Beck have an actual chance to win this job? Is he seriously getting a look at winning this job in camp? The 65th overall pick from the 2026 NFL Draft has been handed a golden opportunity. Jacoby Brissett's holdout continues, and so that has allowed Carson Beck, to get more reps with the first team. For us, the media, and more importantly, Michael LaFleur, to see a lot more of Carson Beck run the offense. And with that golden opportunity of getting more first-team reps, there is a chance. I don't know how big of a chance it is, but there's a chance that Carson Beck outplays Gardner Minshew, outplays the currently not in camp Jacoby Brissett, and he wins this job, and he's the team's starting quarterback week 1 of this upcoming regular season. When week 1 rolls around, Jacoby Brissett absent for as long as he was, Carson Beck taking full advantage of every single moment he gets to impress with the first-team reps, that the Cardinals decide, you know what? This kid is impressed. This kid has been here. This kid has done everything we've asked him to do. Now, you don't throw him to the wolves if he's not ready. But if he impresses and he plays well and he builds off of every practice and Jacoby Brissett continues to remain sidelined, I don't know how you don't give him the chance to actually win this job, because we know we've got plenty of examples of teams having fake QB battles in training camp. We know what a phony quarterback battle looks like. We've been watching football long enough to know that when Fernando Mendoza gets drafted number 1 overall, he's the starting quarterback of the team. They may do this, Kirk Cousins is our starter for the first couple of weeks. We all know Fernando Mendoza is going to start games for the Las Vegas Raiders, right? You know when a quarterback camp is serious and it is really up in the air, or it's phony, it's fake, it's PR, and there was already a winner chosen beforehand, right? I think the perfect example of the opposite of this is Russell Wilson in Seattle. They had every reason for that to be a fake QB battle, and they just give the job to Matt Flynn, who they just paid a lot of money to. But Russell Wilson impressed so much that they actually said, you know what, this is our guy. This is who our quarterback's going to be. That was a real quarterback battle. Or they at least, when Russell Wilson played as well as he did in camp, said, okay, we can't ignore this anymore.
But he was also a third-round pick.
So you know a fake quarterback battle when you see one. Now, I don't know if this is a fake quarterback battle. I don't know if it's a quarterback battle at all. But Jacoby Brissett not being there for the Cardinals right now is at least putting that on the table. It's at least making us wonder if it will become a quarterback battle when training camp rolls around. And I want to get the exact quote, because yesterday, the head coach of the Arizona Cardinals, Michael LaFleur, met with the media. And this was his direct quote about Carson. Quote, "The game makes sense to Carson," end quote. Now, I'm not trying to be the radio host that overreacts to a quote, because it's one thing said in a long press conference, long media availability, a lot of questions, a lot of answers, a lot of words. I'm just picking out a few here to talk about. But that's praise. The game makes sense to Carson. What is the big criticism that most people have when you draft a quarterback and you worry about throwing him right in there? Oh, does he understand the pro game? Is there going to be too much for him to worry about? We've got the head coach of this team, an offensive mind you, who comes from a tree of one of the more complex offensive systems in football. There's a lot of moving parts. The personnel choices are very particular for the Shanahan-McVay offense. The play calling, very intricate. And so for a head coach from that tree, an offensive mind from that tree to say, you know what, this kid we took in the 3rd round, yeah, the game really comes to him. Makes sense to him. You know what that tells me? That nothing he's throwing at Carson Beck is making him look into Carson Beck's eyes and see those wide eyes of, I don't know what to do here. It's a confident, comfortable quarterback that understands what is being thrown at him. That's the recipe for Carson Beck to make this a quarterback battle come training camp. For it to be a battle, he has to have a legitimate shot. For him to have a legitimate shot, the coaching staff has to believe he could be their week 1 starter. They have to believe he has a chance to be our week 1 starter, so we're going to let them fight this out. If you're taking the long-term approach, we drafted this guy, we know he's not going to be ready in year one, we know he's got to learn the NFL game, then you don't even put him in that position because you know you're moving him along slowly. In the case of Carson Beck, they drafted an experienced college quarterback. Guy who's played a lot of games. That was one of the things that drew them to Carson Beck, was his experience. They didn't think there was going to be a massive learning curve. And now you have the head coach coming out saying, yeah, you know what? The game makes sense to him. That tells me everything they're putting on his plate right now, he's taking it and he's asking for more. And that's how you get to a place where come training camp in July, you have an actual quarterback battle on your hands. And the longer this holdout for Jacoby Brissett plays out, the more real I think it becomes. And we have always said this about Carson Beck. He's going to have to earn this job. They're not just going to give it to him. He has to impress. He has to play well enough to make this an actual, real quarterback battle. Right now, I can't tell you it's going to be a real quarterback battle. There's way too much time between now and the beginning of training camp. But we have always said, the longer that Jacoby Brissett holds out, and the more chances we get to hear quotes like this, and the more chances that Carson Beck gets out on that field to do what he has been doing, is a benefit to Carson Beck. I think is a benefit to the whole team, because that means you're going to have the best quarterback that on your roster starting week one of the regular season. I mean, it's going to be the cream rises to the crop. You are going to, if you actually have a battle here, then you know that the decision at the end, if it's an actual real battle, the best quarterback we have in our building is the guy that's starting week one for us. I think this is nothing but good for the Cardinals if they actually decide, come training camp, you know what? Jacoby, I know we told you you're our QB1. This kid's been impressive. Let's go. You want the job? Beat him out. Competition brings out the best in everybody. And if you're Mike LaFleur and you want to set a brand new standard, you want to set a brand new culture, and to come in and say no job is safe, even the starting quarterback who's been here, I know he went 1-11 last year, but he's the established starter on this team. Not even he has a job. Not even he has a guaranteed place on this team. That is going to bring out the best in everybody, I think. What's the quote? Iron sharpens iron?
Iron sharpens iron.
Which I don't think is actually true. I don't think that's the way the physics work.
You want me to look it up?
No, I mean, I don't want to derail us in the open. I felt like I was doing pretty good there.
You were staying on track.
And now here we are. Friday show, I say something stupid, and now we're off to the races.
Yes, but only if the iron is textured or harder than the blade being sharpened.
See, so it's just there's...
And you would call, a veteran textured.
Interesting. Because he's been around the block a couple of times. I just think a quarterback battle between these two would bring out the best in both of them.
Yeah, I think it would make both players better.
And by the way, throw Gardner Minshew in there. Go ahead. Every man has a chance to
Every man has a chance to play. And I also think just getting these guys reps in which there's slightly, any kind of pressure in in the preseason, I think that's going to help. Like, these guys are going to see meaningful snaps for them. Like, yeah, I get it. The game's not on the line. You're going to make mistakes. It's these games don't count. All of those things are true. But for Carson Beck, every snap he's going to take in the preseason is going to mean something to Carson Beck.
Well, every snap he's taking right now is meaningful to Carson Beck. I know I sound like a broken record on this, but if Jacoby Brissett was here right now, what would the reps look like for Carson? I mean, I'm sure they would rotate him in, but it wouldn't be to the level that it can be now because there's only him and Gardner Minshew that are really getting the serious reps with the ones. Right?
Yeah.
If Brissett was there, he would be getting the reps with the ones because for everything that Mike LaFleur says about, Jacoby's a veteran, Jacoby understands our offense, it may be just different verbiage, but he knows he's played in the NFL a long time. That's nice. And I guess it's partially true, but there's nothing that replicates running a system in practice, running the plays, getting that immediate feedback from the coaching staff and adjusting. So if Jacoby Brissett was here, he would be getting the lion's share of the reps to learn the intricacies of this system, to make sure he knows this system like the back of his hand, right? So I know Mike LaFleur is trying to make it out to not be a big deal that Jacoby Brissett's not there. It is a big deal that he is not there because those reps are valuable.
Yes.
They are valuable even to somebody like Jacoby Brissett, who has played for a bunch of different organizations, has been a starter, has been a backup, has played in multiple different systems. There is value to getting there, being under center, creating that chemistry with your coach. Because guess what? Who's calling plays on Sundays? It's LaFleur. Don't you think you want to have a good relationship with your coach and your quarterback to be able to know, okay, I like these plays, but I don't know if we can run these plays. So we're going to take these off the menu and then be able to have that feel in the moment to know what plays you can call. That only comes with reps. That only comes with working together, being in the film room, going through all of this. Now, again, plenty of time between now and training camp, between now and the beginning of the season to get those reps in. But it is true in this moment, those reps aren't happening for Jacoby Brissett. They're happening for Carson Beck. I even if Jacoby Brissett is the week 1 starter, I seriously hope that we have a full-blown quarterback competition come training camp, come the preseason. I hope it is wide open.
I think it will be.
Well, the only thing we have against that is this rumored conversation that happened behind closed doors where they told Jacoby he was QB1. Right?
Yes.
Because there was that pre-draft media availability where they were asked about QB1. And Monty was, I think, in particular. And if I remember this correctly, and I can go back and listen to it, didn't Monty kind of pass things off to Mike LaFleur for that question? And Mike wasn't super committed to the idea of naming a QB1?
Yes. Yeah, that's exactly.
And we took that as, oh, they're trying to leave the door open for Ty Simpson, right? That's how we interpreted that pre-draft media availability. Now, it didn't work out that way. Simpson went in the first round. They ended up with Carson Beck. But remember, publicly, I don't think they've been super committed to the idea of anybody as their QB1. They're certainly not paying Jacoby Brissett in this moment as their QB1.
No, not at all.
That's why the holdout is in place. I hope we get to training camp and it is a full-blown competition. Because I think then no matter who wins it, they will have earned it. I think it'll be great for the culture of the team. And I think it will make sure that the best starter they have in the building is the person that's starting week 1 of the regular season.
Not only the best starter should start on week 1, which is obvious, but it's the guy who has earned the respect in the locker room. And how many people think that Jacoby Brissett, after going 1-11 last year, has now earned the respect of the locker room to say, I can hold out?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think
how does that?
I think most players these days understand
the
it, financial game.
But the one who's there, the one who the receivers are catching balls from all off season.
Here's how maybe I would take what you just said and apply it to this situation. I don't think it's changing the respect level that people have for Jacoby Brissett.
I think it's changing the respect level they have for Carson Beck.
Well, I don't think it's changing. It's allowing Carson Beck to earn the respect of his peers a little bit easier.
Correct. It's an opportunity.
Exactly.
And that's what everything is.
Yes.
Right? Like we talked about it. He has the opportunity to play well. He has the opportunity to do all these things. With as many snaps as he's going to get, not only in OTAs, but we assume into camp, we assume in preseason games, he has all the opportunity in the world to then say, hey, this is my job.
When you have the perfect recipe
and gain the confidence, respect, however you want to say it, of the receivers in the room who then vouch for Carson to be their guy.
You also have the perfect recipe for if we get to the preseason and he plays really well. It's not like the Cardinals have a super well-established starting quarterback. The buzz will start to grow. If he looks good in preseason, right? Let's say he plays in the Hall of Fame game and he just looks great. Again, it's preseason. You have to put it through that filter.
100%.
But if he plays well, the buzz starts to build. And the buzz can build to a place where you might have to make him your starter.
And from public noise, too.
No, that's what I mean. I mean social media. I mean the fan base themselves. It'll be something that they actually get excited about because, again, the recipe is there for it. We're not really – Jacoby Brissett's been here for 5 minutes. He was 1-11 as a starter last year. And we don't have any attachment to Jacoby Brissett. We know Jacoby's going to more than likely be done at the end of the year here. So, hey, why not go with the kid who's looked good, has impressed me when I watched preseason football, and is a young quarterback who might stick around a little bit?
And I guess
it's very easy for that to be a scenario that plays out in the summer.
And my question now is, yes, I get it. And you told Jacoby he was the starter, and I agreed with you doing that. And no problem with you doing that. But now he's going to ask for starter money. And I look at it from two different angles. One, what has he done for you? Nothing. And what will he do for you down the line? It just doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense at all.
I think there's a path that's opening up for this to be a quarterback battle, and that's kind of what I'm rooting for.
I'll be honest with you. I'm wholeheartely agree with you. I think we are very close to this is a full-fledged quarterback battle by the time we get to camp.
And I hope it is.
I think we enter camp as they don't know who's going to start week one.
And I hope that's the case. That's actually a good thing. I'd actually root for that. 480-864-1060 for you to join us here today on the program. That's how you can call in, chat with producer Evan and myself. You can also type away over on the KDUS AM 1060 YouTube live stream. When we come back, the Diamondbacks, they're playing some really good baseball. It might make them buyers at the deadline. Could I interest you in Tarik Skubal? That's next, the lunch break, KDUS AM 1060.
It's the lunch break with Chris Schubert.
The latest report surrounding Jacoby Brissett and the Arizona Cardinals. And according to Josh Weinfuss, quote, the two sides are significantly far apart. But does significant mean Jacoby Brissett wants $30 million a season and the Cardinals want to give him 10? If there's a significant gap between the two sides, is this worth the trouble? You've got Gardner Minshew. You drafted Carson Beck with a top 75 pick. Just ride with those two guys.
Live Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m.
I'm Ultima Morgan. Morgan & Morgan isn't just an injury firm. It's our family's life work. It's my husband. It's my sons. It's me. When we take a case, we see a family just like ours. $30 billion recovered is something I'm proud of. But what I'm really proud of are the families we stood beside. It's an honor to fight for you when you need our support the most. Morgan & Morgan, for the people and your family.
Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com. Arizona lawyer will handle Arizona cases. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
You're invited to a very special evening with Boz Skaggs, live in concert. Rhythm Review Tour 2026. Boz Skaggs performing all the hits and more for one night only. Live at Mesa Arts Center, Saturday, September 26th. Boz Skaggs, live in Mesa, Arizona. Get tickets now at mesaartscenter.com.
If you're a fan of any sport on the planet, college or pro, then we are right where you want to be.
Place to come when you want to have too much fun.
Real sports fans need a sports book powered by Hard Rock Bet. Follow the money line to Twin Arrows and too much fun.
Twin Arrows.
The best indoor tailgate party in Flagstaff with massive HD screens, cold drinks, game time food specials, and best service is at Arrow Sports Bar. After the game, get back in the game at craps, blackjack, and slots. Now that's too much fun.
The place to come when you want to have too much fun.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP.
Twin Arrows.
Jim Rome here with your Rome Report. Predictably, things are getting pretty awkward between Kyler Murray and J.J. McCarthy in their so-called quarterback competition in Minnesota. I say so-called because it says here, Murray won that, quote, competition the second he put pen to paper. But apparently no one told McCarthy, who actually thinks that he's engaged in a battle to determine who's QB1. Oh, and he doesn't think there's any awkwardness at all between the two, saying, quote, awkwardness? It's just like the same feeling when you're in high school and there's another person on the side of the room. That's just kind of how it is. I wouldn't say there's any awkwardness. End of quote. You wouldn't? Because I would say that's about the most awkward response I've ever heard. Hey, Michigan man, you do know this is the NFL, right? And not 11th grade biology. Honestly, I never saw what the Vikings saw in this guy, and neither do the Vikings apparently, or they wouldn't have brought in Kyler Murray in the first place. I'm Jim Rome.
O'Reilly.
Check engine, ABS, or maintenance light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. The service is free and provides a report with solutions verified by ASE certified master technicians. And if you need help, we could recommend a shop for you. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
The U.S. Treasury just released its official financial report for 2025. Buried in it is a startling admission. By its own numbers, it appears the U.S. government is insolvent. When governments go this deep in debt, they print money, raise taxes, or cut benefits, none of which can help protect you. That's why people move part of their savings into physical gold and silver. Call Monetary Gold at 877-NOW-GOLD for their complimentary gold and silver guide. That's 877-NOW-GOLD. Call Monetary Gold now at 877-NOW-GOLD. Do it before the next headline, not after. Performance may vary. You should always consult your financial and tax professional.
ASU Baseball hits regional play right here on KDUS AM 1060. Join the Sun Devils in their NCAA playoff opener this Friday night as they take on Ole Miss in Lincoln, Nebraska. Coach Lee Bloomquist looks to have his team give it their all during this double elimination tournament. Join the voice of the Sun Devils, Tim Healy, on the call live. It's ASU versus Ole Miss this Friday night. Pregame at 5:45 p.m. and first pitch at 6 right here on KDUS AM 1060. Online at KDUS1060.com and the KDUS app.
I do it for the love of the game. I do it for the love of the game. I do it for the love.
Back here on the lunch break, KDUS AM 1060. We got a Trivia Friday coming up here. Producer Evan is going to try to stump me today. And then we'll rotate back and forth. And I think if you stump me, you get a point. If I win the quiz, I get a point. We just keep track throughout the course of the season. Why did you give me a thumbs up? Oh, you're on the phone. I see. I understand. I was like, why did you not turn your microphone on and give me a thumbs up? I see that you are talking to the lovely listeners, or potentially a robocall that you have finally decided to pick up and answer. It's one of the two. The Arizona Diamondbacks start a 3-game series tonight in Seattle, continuing the road trip that they're on. We'll preview that series a little more in hour number 2 of the show. But I wanted to bring up the Diamondbacks here because they were mentioned in a pretty significant way in a story on The Athletic yesterday afternoon by Jim Bouton, former MLB general manager. And this story was, if the Tigers trade Tarik Skubal, how every MLB team may match up in a deal. And so you may be saying to yourself, well, Chris, of course the Diamondbacks were mentioned. The story says every MLB team. Well, if you let me get through the explanation, you'll see why the Diamondbacks are a significant piece to all of this. And now, mind you, Tarik Skubal hurt, hasn't really come back yet. Looks like he's going to come back here pretty soon. But the idea is the Tigers have always kind of been rumored to be listening on Tarik Skubal with the trade deadline nearing. He's a free agent at the end of the year. I think they didn't trade him in the winter because they wanted to give it a run. If that didn't pan out, kind of like it's doing right now because he got hurt and the wheels have fallen off for them. And so now this is kicking back up, this idea of trading him by the deadline and a team getting him for August, September, a postseason run in October. And so Jim goes through all of the teams and gives a brief explanation on all of the teams and, rules out teams. Like for Colorado, he just has stop it, please. That's all he has written down. And then at the end, he ranks the best fits. And he describes this as the 7 teams that are most likely to trade for Skubal between now and the trade deadline. Let me repeat that. He ranks out of all 30 teams, he takes the 7 that he thinks are most likely to trade for Skubal between now and the deadline. He has the Dodgers at number 1. He has the Tampa Bay Rays at 2, the Cubs at 3, the Yankees at 4, the Padres at 5, the Arizona Diamondbacks at number 6. And then the Toronto Blue Jays rounded out at number 7. Now, I'll go back and read you the blurb that he had on the Diamondbacks. Quote, I won't count the Diamondbacks out of a deal like this because of their track record of surprising us with the previous acquisitions of aces such as Zach Greinke and Corbin Burns. If Arizona stays in contention and can see a pathway to the postseason, I think it could be a dark horse team. You know what I found most funny, producer Evan, from that little blurb from Jim Bowden, calling them a dark horse team and staying in contention? It was Jim Bowden about a week and a half ago
Who said they're sellers?
saying they were going to be sellers at the deadline. How quickly things can change in baseball. How just a week and a half of really great play from a team can completely change your fortunes. But I'll tell you, we disagreed with Jim about a week and a half ago when he called them sellers. I agree with Jim here that they've got to be on the list. They've got to be on the list because we kind of talked about this in the winter, in the offseason, about them potentially being a team that could make a trade because they've done this in the past. And they could trade for him, try to give it a run for 1 year. They're not going to probably re-sign him. And that's the question that I have is what is the price tag going to be for a Tarik Skubal? This is the second best pitcher, the best pitcher in the game?
Yeah, when healthy, probably the best pitcher in the game, maybe the best left-hander we've seen since Randy Johnson.
Okay.
And I know that sounds crazy, but I think that's the conversation we're having.
Okay. So Tarik Skubal, one of the 3 best pitchers in baseball, maybe the best pitcher overall in baseball, the best left-hander. So this is going to be the number one option available. If he truly is available, the number one option available in free agency.
By a pretty wide margin.
On the trade market, I should say. Like, not even close. He's the guy that everyone's going to be tripping over each other to try to get. Dodgers, Rays, all those teams that we just mentioned. So even though it's a rental, even though if you trade for him right before the deadline, you're getting him for 2.5 months plus a postseason run. That's it. That's all you're getting him. Now, if you're the Dodgers, maybe you have a chance to re-sign him. If you're the Cubs, maybe you have a chance to re-sign him. But if you're the Rays, if you're the Padres, if you're the Diamondbacks, I don't know if you're going to have a chance to re-sign him. Also, what's the financial model for baseball look like next season? We talked about this the last 2 days with the union and the owners presenting their first proposals. We can't agree on what the financial model should look like. So I have no idea who's going to ultimately be able to be in the mix. Maybe the Dodgers can't be in the mix for Skubal because they're over whatever the new payroll is, and they can't spend that kind of money. I don't know. But I do know the Diamondbacks are more than likely, no matter what financial model we have next season, if we have a season, are going to be in a position to sign Tarik Skubal long term. So this is a rental. It is a 2.5 month, maybe a little bit more, rental of Tarik Skubal. What's that price going to be? If the Dodgers are in the mix, if the Cubs are in the mix, if the Diamondbacks are in the mix. That price, all of a sudden, doesn't look like the price of a rental. All of a sudden, that looks like the price of a blockbuster trade that is made at the winter meetings. All of a sudden, that price tag probably looks a little bit closer to the Garrett Crochet trade than it does a rental free agent to be arm in July. Because of who Tarik Skubal is as a pitcher, the impact that he can make, he can take over a playoff run. And because you're going to have a lot of teams that are going to want to have their say, that they're going to want to be in the mix. And so I love the idea. I love that they're considered a dark horse, but they are a dark horse because I think this price tag is going to be a tough pill to swallow if you're the Diamondbacks. For the Dodgers, who just create prospects out of thin air, they'll just move 3 prospects, get Tarik Skubal, and then re-sign them, or they'll have 3 new prospects that pop up and they'll be fine.
Can I ask a question? Here's where I think this deal gets really interesting. The CBA. Whatever team gets the trade for him, I think will have an advantage in bringing him back.
See, I disagree.
Like, let's say they do go cap.
Well, here's why I disagree. Here's why I disagree that anybody's going to have an advantage of signing Tarik Skubal. Season's going to end, right? Season's going to end. Tarik Skubal either gets traded or he stays in Detroit. He's a free agent to be, right? He's going to be a free agent 5 days after, I think it's 5 days after the World Series ends.
Correct.
Technically, everybody's a free agent. 5 days after the World Series. We are not going to know. I feel very comfortable saying this. We are not going to know what the financial setup is going to be for baseball in 2020.
Certainly. We probably won't know that till April or May.
So with every day that passes, that advantage that you think you have just goes away. Because now Skubal is a day further removed from you and being linked to you.
Yes, but for an Arizona guy, a guy who is from here,
that's not going to play into this at all. Tarik Skubal is going to go wherever he makes the most amount of money. He's not taking a hometown discount.
But I don't think he is. But I'm just saying, if you are able to be in the conversation financially. And we'll see what it looks like under the new CBA. Is there a lean towards them?
I don't think so. I think he will go to whoever offers him the most money.
Okay.
And mind you, there are going to be teams that aren't the Arizona Diamondbacks that if a cap goes into place, is all of a sudden going to have to spend a lot more money. And what better place to spend that money that you have to spend than on Tarik Skubal? That's a pretty good investment if you're the Marlins. That's a pretty good investment if you're the Pirates, if you're the Rockies.
That Pirates rotation would be.
Not saying he's going to go to these places, guaranteed, but if you've got to spend money, Tarik Skubal's probably the guy you want to spend it on.
Conversation would be the Tigers.
Right, the Tigers. Just go back there. So I like that they're on the list. I like that they're being considered. I do think they're going to flirt around with making a big splash at the deadline, but I don't.
And if you only get them for 2 months,
I just don't. And I think the price tag is going to be way too high.
But can I ask a question? Like, how close do they need to be? How in it do they need to be to even really consider? Is there no chance they consider? Or if they're a game back of the Dodgers to win the division, do I then reassess?
I don't think they're not going to consider it. I think they're going to pick up the phone and call Detroit and find out that, I don't want to give up Ryan Waldschmidt. I don't want to give up Jordan Lawler. I don't want to give up Gino Groover. I don't want to give up Mitch Bratt. I don't want to give up a couple of those prospects. That's what I think it's going to take. Even though it's 2.5 months. It's the best pitcher on the planet when healthy. That comes with a price tag. Yeah. And if you have multiple teams in it, the price just keeps going up and up. And I don't think you can play with other teams' farm systems. You have a good farm system. We're seeing it. But I don't think you have a deep enough farm system to empty it out.
You do not have the depth that other teams have.
So
no doubt.
I like that they're on this list. I just don't think it's very likely.
It's fair.
480-864-1060, the phone number for you to join us here today on the program. You can also chat away with us, the KDUS AM 1060 YouTube live stream. When we come back, the Cardinals look like they're going to be a trendy pick. Just not in the way you think. That's next, the lunch break, KDUS AM 1060.
Every Friday from 5 to 6 p.m. is MMA Friday on the Sports Zoo with official UFC ranker Scott Lewis, brought to you by RT O'Sullivan's, your home for every UFC event. The Sports Zoo is the only show in the Valley that gives you 1 full hour of MMA every week, featuring Scott Lewis's official UFC ranking changes, fight predictions for every weekly event, shocking MMA stories, and more. So tune in every Friday from 5 to 6 p.m. and then head to RT O'Sullivan's every Saturday to watch the fights. Go to RTO'Sullivans.com for a location near you.
When you're injured in a car wreck, you need razor-sharp claws and 1,000 pounds of legal muscle on your side. You need LawBear Auto Accident Attorneys. Hurry to lawbear.com. That's lawbear.com. The Bear has your back.
Chicago Sticks, the Windy Cities Tour. Finally, 2 iconic bands together for the first time. September 1st, Mortgage Matchup Center. Tickets on sale now at livenation.com. Don't miss Chicago and Sticks. All the hits, your kind of tour.
Hey, it's Phil Shaver with HomeSmart, and I want to buy your house. I'm a local investor that buys homes for cash all over Maricopa and Pinell County. I buy inherited homes, nice homes, rental homes, homes that are behind on mortgage payments, and I even buy ugly homes that need fixing. Also, are you looking to get closer to market value for your house? As a licensed realtor, I've been able to buy and sell thousands of homes. Since I'm local, you can call me directly on my cell phone, 480-409-9999. Again, that's 480-409-9999. I don't work for a big corporation or hedge fund, so I can only buy 3 to 5 homes per month. There are no fees involved, and you can pick your own close date. The best part is I buy homes as is, so you don't have to worry about doing any repairs. Again, you can call me directly at 480-409-9999, or you can go to my website, gosoldaz.com. That's gosoldaz.com.
Monument Valley? Check. Grand Canyon? Check. Sedona? Check. Camelback? Check. Think you've seen it all in Arizona? Well, if you haven't been fishing, you haven't seen a thing. From ponds and reservoirs to rivers and lakes, our state has no shortage of ways to cast a line for beginners and pros. And a fishing license is your passport to all of them. Get your license at azgfd.gov and discover a whole new way to see Arizona.
Yes, I'm a fan of keeping mornings simple, a fan of cheap breakfast, a fan of starting the day right. And that's why I'm a fan of McDonald's, because I can grab a sausage McMuffin for $1.50. Plus, they have plenty of other goodies in the under $3 menu, like a sausage biscuit, sausage burrito, hash browns, premium roast coffee, iced coffee, or any medium soft drink. With breakfast this good, you're sure to become a fan of McDonald's too. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
Come see us at Mark Mazda Scottsdale. Right now, you can receive 0% financing for up to 72 months on some of Mazda's most popular models, like the brand new 2026 Mazda CX-90 PHEV.
The name to remember? Mark Mazda. Mark Mazda.
The Dan Patrick Show.
I would keep an eye on Victor Wembanyama. Some of the calls last night against San Antonio were really questionable, in my opinion. These officials don't want to be told by us that you're missing these calls. They don't want to be told by players. They don't want to be told by coaches. I don't want to know who you are as an official, because if I do, chances are you didn't have a good game. And I think the NBA, in what you're allowing some of these players to get away with, it's unfortunate.
Weekdays, 6 to 9 a.m. on KTUS AM 1060.
Producer Evan, I think the Arizona Cardinals are going to be a trendy pick. I do. I think they're going to be a trendy pick to pick against them every single week.
That's like for the first pick?
Because I read a story this morning on Sports Illustrated. Gilberto Manzano did his over-under win total predictions for all 32 teams, which everybody does. But what I thought was interesting was he ranked them by confidence, so the over or under that he picked number one was the thing he was the most confident in, which was the Detroit Lions over 10.5, which I think is interesting. But the prediction that he was the eighth most confident in, a top 10 confidence pick, was the Cardinals under 4.5.
That's alarming. Can I derail us for a split second?
Absolutely.
On that list, where does he have the Cincinnati Bengals?
Okay, you want to know about the Cincinnati Bengals? He has the Cincinnati Bengals. I'm scrolling. 14th. He likes their over 9.5.
Do you know their favorite? Their over under is 9.5.
Yes.
Yet they are a favorite in every game they play this year.
The Cincinnati, you're telling me. I did not know this.
Yes. I'm telling you, before week one odds, the Cincinnati Bengals are a favorite in every game they play.
How is that possible?
I don't know. I'm so confused.
Well, okay, they're favored in both Ravens games. They're favored in Baltimore. Really?
Yes.
Who else is on their schedule? Let's look at this. Cincinnati Bengals 2026 regular season schedule.
16 of 17.
Let me guess.
The only games they're 15 of 17.
So you lied to me. You're just an absolute bold-faced lie. All 17, then it was 16, now it's 15. Now I can't trust you with trivia coming up.
No. My trivia is correct. I double-checked it. But I saw this like 2 weeks ago, and I thought it said every one, but I guess.
So the games I would think that they're not favored.
There's two, yeah.
Is at Baltimore.
At Baltimore, yes. They are 3.5 point underdogs.
And then I would think home against Kansas City.
No, favorites.
Favorites. Home against Baltimore?
Nope, favorites.
So it's another road game. Is it at Pittsburgh?
Nope, favorites.
At Houston?
Yes.
Week 2.
Yep.
All right, I got there.
And that you can find some people offering you as a straight pick'em.
That's how it can be, 16 or 15.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, the most confident in the pick that he was most confident in was the Lions over 10.5. But top 10 confidence pick is the Cardinals under. That wasn't the only under he had the Patriots under 9.5 as his second most confident play. The under on the Chiefs at 10.5 was third. The Jets under 5.5 at 5. The Packers under 10.5. But the Cardinals inside the top 10, the lowest win total in Vegas, he was the 8th most confident that the Cardinals under would hit. And I think you're going to see that. I mean, they're not favored in any game they play this season. Right? The Cardinals aren't favored in a single game. We know that to be true. We don't know who their week 1 quarterback's going to be. They've got a brand new head coach. They've got a lame duck GM. They've got holes all over their roster. Like, I think it's going to be a trend. It's going to be a trendy. I know we have the pick'em that we do. I think it's going to be a trendy 3-point play for a lot of people every week to just pick against the Cardinals.
Yeah. People are going to be calling and consistently picking against the Cardinals. I don't blame them.
No, until they show you something different. Their win total is 4.5 in Vegas. It's the lowest win total, and this guy still took the under. And I think that's actually probably the common sense thing to do, is to take the under, despite it being so low at 4.5.
I'm just going through. What do you think the week 1 spreads are for them?
The Cardinals?
Yeah.
In LA against the Chargers, I think the Chargers are 12.5-point favorites.
11.5.
I mean, that's going to be a trend.
That says everything.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to be double-digit point underdogs most times they go on the road. They might be large underdogs at home. I don't think they would be disrespected to the point where they'd be full 10 points at home, but you wouldn't. It wouldn't shock me to see them at some point during the year to be a full touchdown underdog at home against a team like Seattle.
Oh my gosh, against the Rams?
Or the Rams.
The Rams are like the bettor's darling.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me at all. So this is, just buckle up. That's what this season is going to be. Producer Evan.
Yes.
You want to, I don't know what the topic is. You want to at least give me the topic so I can maybe start to percolate on some answers? Now, I'm not going to look anything up. I'll keep my hands right here.
Yeah, don't look anything up.
Nope.
If Carson Beck gets a start this year,
okay,
he will be the 7th Cardinals quarterback to get a start as a rookie since 1997.
I have to name the other 7.
Can you name the other 6?
The other 6. That's what I have to do when we come back?
Yes.
Trivia Fridays. When we come back, a little lunch break. KDUS, AM 1060.
Every Friday from 5 to 6 p.m. is MMA Friday on the Sports Zoo with official UFC ranker Scott Lewis, brought to you by RTO Sullivan's, your home for every UFC event. The Sports Zoo is the only show in the Valley that gives you 1 full hour of MMA every week, featuring Scott Lewis's official UFC ranking changes, fight predictions for every weekly event, shocking MMA stories, and more. So tune in every Friday from 5 to 6 p.m. and then head to RTO Sullivan's every Saturday to watch the fights. Go to RTOSullivans.com for a location near you.
Hurt in a crash? Now you're in pain, missing work, and your car's out of commission. Call the accident attorneys at Sweet James. They help you get medical care, handle your case, and fight for the money you may need to get your life back. Pay nothing until they win. Get a free case review at 800-9-MILLION, 800-900-0000, and sweetjames.com.
Just call Sweet James at 1-800-9-MILLION. Just call Sweet James, your accident attorneys.
The Gene Simmons Band. Saturday, August 22nd, 8 p.m. The Salt River Grand Ballroom at Talking Stick Resort. The Gene Simmons Band, performing your favorite classic hits. Reserve seats on sale now at Ticketmaster. Don't miss the Gene Simmons Band.
Hey, it's Bodie and Victoria, owners of NewACUnit.com.
In Arizona, it hits 100 degrees and suddenly AC prices magically go up.
We don't play that game at NewACUnit.com.
Even with manufacturers raising prices this year, we've used our buying power to keep your costs down.
And the price you see online, that includes everything. Unit, install, delivery, no surprises.
Just a smarter, more affordable way to stay cool at NewACUnit.com.
Save thousands, save time, buy online, NewACUnit.com.
With a Global Credit Card, you earn reward points for every purchase. Use your rewards at checkout at many of your favorite stores, or use points instead of cash when you shop online. You can even use them to book a flight up to 3 days in advance. New York, Vegas, Albuquerque. From groceries to getaways, redeem your way. Apply for your Global Credit Card now at globalcu.org. Global Credit Union, your world of financial possibilities.
It's the lunch break with Chris Schubert.
The latest report surrounding Jacoby Brissett and the Arizona Cardinals. And according to Josh Weinfest, quote, the two sides are significantly far apart. But is significant mean Jacoby Brissett wants $30 million a season and the Cardinals want to give him 10? If there's a significant gap between the two sides, is this worth the trouble? You've got Gardner Minshew. You drafted Carson Beck with a top 75 pick. Just ride with those two guys.
Live Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m.
All right, we're back here on the lunch break, wrapping up hour number 1 of the show. Chris Schubert, producer Evan, thanks for hanging out with us here today. We have to come up with a better name for this. We're calling it Trivia Fridays. And we're taking something that we do off the air, where random Sporkle quiz, or we see a funny tweet that's got a bunch of stats in it, and we just quiz each other. So we're taking that, and we're bringing it into the program. We need game show music. I need the weekend winners music.
I was going to say the weekend winners music.
So,
and I will get the buzzer.
Do you have the buzzer
ready? I do, yep.
Do you have this ready?
I have both.
Okay, you have both.
Yep.
I think I'm going to lose.
Okay.
During the break, I wrote down a bunch of names. I will tell you, there's a name that I can tell you what college the guy went to. I can tell you when he played for the Cardinals, but for whatever reason right now, I can't tell you his name. I'll tell you what name keeps popping into my head is Cooper Rush. I know that's not who it is. Okay? So I know I'm going to lose here, but I'm going to try my best. So please, one more time, give me the topic. Give the listeners who are just joining us the topic here, and I will try to pull this off today.
If Carson Beck gets a start for the Cardinals this year, he will be the 7th rookie quarterback to gain a start for the Cardinals since 1997. Can you name the other 6?
So it has to be a quarterback who made a start in their rookie season.
Who made at least one start in their rookie season.
I would like to start with Kyler Murray.
Kyler Murray, 2019. Correct.
I would like to follow that up with the guy he replaced. I'd like to go with Josh Rosen.
Correct.
I'd like to go with Matt Leinart, please.
Matt Leinart in 2006.
All right. This is where those are the easy ones. This is where it gets difficult. Now, the Cardinals had a quarterback a couple years ago, and I'm talking like within the last 2 or 3 years. Kyler Murray got hurt. I think Colt McCoy got hurt, and they turned to him. And I think he went to Houston. I can't think of his name right now. I will tell you, I've got 2 other names written down. Was he a rookie when he started? This is the tough part. I don't know if this guy was a rookie. Give me John Skelton, please. I wasn't sure.
It's a good guess, though. That was a good guess. So right now you have Rosen.
Yeah.
You have
Kyler. I have Matt Leinart.
And you have Matt Leinart. You are missing 3.
Thanks. I'm aware. Thanks for the reset there. I know.
You have 1 X.
Now, I'm gonna burn an X here. I believe, again, this is where I could be wrong, but I believe if Carson Beck makes a start, he will not be the only Beck on this list. Give me John Beck. Must not have been a rookie.
I'll tell you exactly what year he started.
It's clearly what we're learning here.
Yeah.
It's okay. I'll just take the L.
John Beck actually never got a start.
Oh, he's just a long time backup.
Never got any game.
Of course he did. I just wrote down a name, but I don't think he ever played quarterback for them. I think he played just tight end.
What?
Remember, Logan Thomas was a quarterback at Virginia Tech.
Oh, yeah, he was.
So don't knock how I'm trying to get to this answer. There's got to be somebody in like.
Do you want me to give you the years?
I mean, it's up to you because you're the one that's fighting for the point here. So if you feel like that's.
I'll give you the years because I really don't think. There's one in 1997.
That's never happening.
There's one in 2012.
That's more likely.
and there's one in 2023.
I mean, it's so this quarterback I can't name. I know who it is. Oh. The 1997 one is just not happening.
It is happening.
Shot.
I'm telling you, it's easier than you think.
1997 for the Cardinals. It's easier than I think.
Yes. This guy had a very famous 1996.
This guy had a very famous 1996. What? That made me more confused.
But he was a rookie in 1997. Just take those two things into account.
All right, I'm going to let everybody into my brain here because you've given me the years and my brain, because I think I have undiagnosed ADHD. I'm just bouncing between the years. I can't stay in an area. The 2023 guy, I know who it is, just can't think of his name. The 2012 guy. All right, we got to back up here.
Like, I don't think you'll get the 2012 guy. I personally, and I know I was 11, but like I was a big football fan. I don't remember this guy at all. You had to look up to make sure he was real when I was reading the story.
So 2012 is the year I started college here in Arizona. So I get here in August. In September, the Cardinal season starts. I'm just a young 18-year-old, have no idea what I'm doing with my life. I'm in college.
Living in Phoenix.
I think I went to a Cardinal game that season. I think I had a roommate who was a Seahawks fan. We went to a Thursday night game.
I'll tell you, if you want to hear if he started that game.
I don't think that's going to help.
I'll tell you if he did.
Okay. I would like to submit John Simpson as an answer, please.
The game you went to, which would have been the Seattle Seahawks week 1.
No, it wasn't week 1. It was a Thursday night game late in the season, so it might have been the next year. It was either in 2012 or 2013.
Okay, then he did not play in 2013. All right, would you like the other names?
Sure.
In 1997, coming off a big 1996 at Arizona State University, Jake Plummer.
Oh, I had Plummer written down. I had it backwards in my head. I had Denver first. You know what? I have to take this hat off. I can't wear my ASU hat for the rest of the show.
In 2023,
yeah, this is gonna bother me.
Clayton Tune.
I knew
he got to start.
I couldn't figure out Clayton Tune's name.
And in 2012, Ryan Lindley.
You know what?
From San Diego State.
This is in that era of Skelton and Beck. Oh yeah. Right in there. Just right in that era.
I watched John Skelton make a start against the Eagles. I don't know what year. I was, 11-year-old kid. We went to see them play the Eagles. And John Skelton beat him.
I mean, I'm looking here just so we can do this. I mean, I'm looking at Drew Stanton would have been a good guess by me. John Skelton, Kelvin Cobb, Ryan Lindley, Brian Hoyer.
Kevin Cobb, I knew wasn't on the list just because he started as an Eagle. Brian Hoyer would have been a good one.
Eric Anderson.
I was surprised that it was only 6.
Well, I'm 0 for 1. Point for you. Now I got to try to stump you next week.
I'm technically 0 for 1.
Why?
When we improv.
Nah, that didn't count. I mean, that doesn't count. That was before the segment became a thing. That doesn't count. So
0 for 1. What other names did you have written down? I knew you would get Murray Rosen. I was very confident in you getting Leinart.
Those are the first 3 I wrote down. And then I wrote down. Let me see if I can show it. I wrote down.
Did anybody in the YouTube or listening?
Nobody wanted to cheat.
Did anybody know these and not give them help?
Look what I wrote number 4. Before I wrote the years, I wrote Houston QB. I knew it. I just couldn't. Clayton Tune's name just wasn't
coming.
Coming to me.
There was a Houston quarterback. Lindley went to San Diego State. Do you remember Ryan Lindley?
A little bit. And then you can see the bottom. I had Skelton, Beck, Logan Thomas written down. But you saw the first 3. They're the first 3.
I had never heard of that guy.
No, I was familiar with that.
Well, you're 0 for 1.
You know what? I was a little worried. No, this is no shot to you. I was a little worried about picking a topic that I would have a chance in, but would also be entertaining. I think you did a great job.
Yeah, I tried. Like I was flirting with a lot of those lines.
Code with an excellent point. Not getting plumbered. That's on me. That's my bad. I had a mental lapse. I take full responsibility for that. The other two is tough. The other two would be tough to get. Hour number 1 of the program in the books. We got buy or sell. We got weekend winners. We got to get you ready for Diamondbacks Mariners. We'll do it all next at the lunch break. KDUS AM 1060.
AM 1060 KDUS Tempe Phoenix and KSLX HD2 Scottsdale Phoenix.
Hey, it's Audrey from the David Mahoney Morning Show. So much of what makes a family happy is what takes place in our homes. And some of that is creating a mess, whether it's picking up a kid from soccer practice, baseball practice, and all of that yuck being brought into your home carpets or onto your hardwood or tile. And Zero Res actually has something that can help. They can handle every single surface in your homes like carpets, tile, grout, hardwood, LVP, stone, upholstery, rugs, and even air ducts. I've recently used Zero Res and they do an amazing job. And I have pets, okay? And my pets might be dirtier than your kids. Actually, after further review, probably not. But this month, get Zero Resified starting at just $45 per room and get an air duct cleaning starting at just $4.99. You owe it to yourself and to your family to breathe healthy, happy, and clean. Call Zero Res right now, 480-507-2419, or go online at ZeroResPhoenix.com and say you want the KDUS special. Spell it backwards or forwards. It all spells the same. Zero Res.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. If you or anyone in your family has been injured in a car accident, call us now, as the time to file a claim may be limited. Last year, more clients hired Morgan & Morgan than ever before, protecting America, fighting for you. Morgan & Morgan. Injured? Dial pound law.
Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com. Arizona lawyer will handle Arizona cases. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
The Gorillas, live in Phoenix. The Mountain Tour 2026. Performing at Mortgage Matchup Center, Friday, October 23rd. With special guests, Little Sims and Deltron 3030. Get ready to feel good all over again. The new album, The Mountain, is out now. Get tickets now at livenation.com.
At CertaPro Painters, we know that a happy place comes in many colors, like ones that inspire a sense of wonder, or a new flavor that makes life just a little bit sweeter, or one to celebrate those moments that lift you to new heights, at home or at work. We'll make your happy place your own. CertaPro Painters. That's painting happy. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated. Contractor license and registration information is available at CertaPro.com.
AAA membership travels with you in any car, whether driver or passenger. It's 24/7 expert help with towing, battery, and branch services across the valley. Join AAA for less than $6 a month and add loved ones for half off. Call or visit your local branch today.
The KDUS AM 1060 app is brought to you by Law Bear Auto Accident Attorneys. Hurry to lawbear.com.
That's lawbear.com. The bear has your back.
You know, I just saw a tweet that would make for a pretty good Trivia Friday topic. I may save this for next week.
What is it?
Well, I'm not going to tell you. Just going to save it. File it away, and we'll play again next week. Hope everyone had some fun with that. We definitely had fun.
Also, don't be afraid, people. Jump in on the YouTube.
Suggest ideas.
It'd be
great.
We could do some fun trivia against you guys. Figure that out. That feels hard.
I don't know about that. I don't know if I trust, do I trust Brian?
It always comes back to our guy, Brian.
Well, I mean, because he's the guy that derails things most of the time anyway. So that's where my worry goes. But I'd love to compete against the listeners and something. I mean, we compete against them.
I
In
was gonna
picks.
say we have so much fun with the picks.
All right. So listen, it's a Friday. We've wanted to do something like that on the show for a while now. It's figuring out the right way to do it. I think us battling each other is fun. And again, it's Friday. We're laid back. We're relaxing. So we're having some fun.
We always, always are relaxing.
And you know what
we're
they
having
say?
some fun.
And you know what they say? Nothing like the buy or sell right after the first Trivia Friday.
Exactly.
And there's nothing like it.
Nothing like it. Speaking of buy or sell,
I have Clayton Toon's Wikipedia page open. Hold on, let me close that.
Speaking of rookie quarterbacks,
okay,
we won't know who the starting quarterback will be until 2 weeks or less before the season.
For everything we said in the open, and we're rooting for a quarterback battle. Right now, can you honestly say it would be a battle? You can't.
Probably not.
You
no.
can't honestly say that right now.
You can't honestly say that.
We get to training camp and we still haven't seen Jacoby Brissett.
Then you say it.
Then I think you say it.
Yeah.
So right now,
we're still in OTAs.
Exactly. We are still early enough to where we can just pretend like it never happened. He could get a raise. He could get a new deal. And we can just all pretend that none of this ever happened. He's the starter. It is still early enough in the offseason, I think, for that to be the case.
Yeah, I agree. The Cardinals will try to get some kind of edge rusher depth in a potential Josh Sweat trade.
So the suggestion there is they're going to trade for Josh Sweat.
Trade Josh Sweat.
And trade Josh Sweat and try to find the next Josh Sweat. This is the Family Guy. You have the boat, or we'll offer you the mystery box. Well, the mystery box could be anything. It could be a boat. You have the boat. Keep the boat. You don't have to. The mystery box is always a bad choice. So no.
But will they do it?
No. Because if a team, you have to look at it from this lens. If a team is trading for Josh Sweat, do they really have
edge rusher
to move? They clearly feel like it's a need.
That's fair. The D-backs will take 2 of 3 from the Seattle Mariners.
The Diamondbacks will take 2 of 3 from the Seattle Mariners. Let's go. Let's ride.
I love that.
See what the pitching matchups are. Let me tell you, there's not to get too far in front of the preview that we're going to do in the next segment. The Mariners can pitch.
Yeah.
That's what they're good at.
The Mariners have always been able to pitch.
So the pitching matchups for these 3 games.
That stadium also, I mean,
so I was
you want to talk about a stadium like that.
I was up there for my honeymoon last year when they were playing the Blue Jays in the ALCS.
Yes, that's right.
My wife wanted to go. And my wife had to convince me to try to go. Me, baseball guy, had to convince me to shell out the money for the tickets. The game that we would have gone to, we ended up not going, was the game where the Blue Jays blew them out in Seattle. So it would have been a horrendous game to go to. Because, listen, if I'm going there, right?
You want to see the home team
I'm
win.
rooting for Seattle. I don't have any allegiance. They're an American League team. I can root for them, no problem. I'm in there. I want to see that place buzzing. And it was like, I think the final score was like 12-2 or something. I mean, it was egregious. Zach Allen, George Kirby tonight. Ryan Nelson, Brian Wu. And then it is Merrill Kelly against Bryce Miller. 3 really good matchups.
3 really good matchups.
I'm looking up that game in the postseason last year to tell you exactly the game I could have gone to, but I ended up not going.
It is. But my point is that stadium, like,
they lost 13-4.
Yeah. Game 6?
That was game 3.
Yeah.
And I will tell you, the first 2 innings would have been great because they scored 2 in the bottom of the first to take an early lead. But then the Blue Jays scored 5 in the third, 1 in the fourth, 2 in the fifth, 4 in the sixth. Just would have been, and for how much the tickets were, would not have been a good time.
I'm trying to remember how the series went. I know it was, I would say 7.
I just had it up and I closed it. I wish you would have said that a little sooner.
You would have went to game 3 after Seattle took both on the road and then went up 2-0.
Oh, it would have been buzzing. The place would have been electric, but it was so short-lived.
So short-lived. Then Toronto scores 13, makes it 13-4. Then they take game 4, so they take 2 of 3 in Seattle. They come home to Toronto in game 6. They take game 6. And then game 7, that's the Springer homer. That was a great series.
I will tell you, one of my favorite cities I've ever been to.
Everybody says that. It's awesome, apparently.
It's so cool. It is such a cool city to the point where my wife and I have talked about like way down the road, like retiring up there.
Really?
Oh, weather was great. Even there were some days where it was cloudy and a little rainy. It was still awesome.
I love the rain.
As do I.
Like, I love a little bit of rain. But I feel like there it just rains every day.
I'm okay with that.
And
I'm okay.
That I think at some point would bother me. Like at some point, I would want some kind of.
I'm good.
Release from the rain.
No, give me the rain.
The Spurs will shock in game 7.
I don't think so. They were impressive last night for sure.
By the way, I saw this thing online. It was like somebody told me to bet Wemby over 3 threes. You get that at plus 220. You hit him in the first quarter.
They got off to a hot start.
They did. Once he bangs home the 2 threes, it's like, oof, they're moving pretty good here.
But you're going back to Oklahoma City. Game 7. Also, there was no Scott Foster, but we extended the series. I think you said it was Zach Zarba.
Zach Zarba.
So the extender as well.
I was laughing. I sat down, game starts, and my roommate's like, who's the referee today? Is it the extender? I was like, no, it's Zach Zarba, obviously.
You knew that. You're like, I got that. No problem.
Obviously, it's Zarba.
Don't you? I love that sometimes because I've had that happen here too.
Yeah.
Where we're doing something for the show and we look up something like incredibly obscure, and for whatever reason, it comes up in a different conversation the same day, and you just like rattle it off, and everyone's looking at you like, what? Like, how did you know that? I'm like, this is what I do. Like, it's part of the job.
It's part of the
I just know some weird stuff.
I always find it, I think it's funny too. Have you ever played, we play the stat pad game, right? And you're like, and my brother plays this game. I think they call it the Rip. And you have to get like fantasy points, right? And you have to guess the year, like similar to how StatPad works of these players. And the other day, we were driving somewhere as a family, and he was like, what year was Breeze's good year? I'm like tracking it back by who won the Super Bowl when Breeze was good. I'm like, all right, got it. Like, number one answer. But like watching me go through that, I probably look like an insane person.
Right. Oh yeah. There'll be times where my mom and dad will look at me when I'm doing something like exactly that, and they're like, "How do you?" And I'm like, "I don't know." And
it's just like everybody has their thing.
Well, and I will tell you, sometimes it comes and goes, right?
Yeah.
Like, I can do that, but I can't remember Clayton Toon's name.
Right. Like there are days where I'm on it.
Now, 3 days from now, maybe Clayton Toon just immediately pops into my head. But in that moment,
you're going to be thinking in 3 days, you're going to dream and wake up and be like, that 2023 star
Clayton Toon was amazing. This is a weird job sometimes. It's a fun job. It's a weird job sometimes because of things like that.
Mitchell Robinson will still play in the finals despite his pinky.
He's certainly going to give it a chance. And I don't think, if this was anything more serious than a broken finger, I think there's no shot he plays. But because it's something that they could tape.
That's what I think,
he's gonna be out
like,
there.
if you're.
He's going to give it a shot at least.
Do I think he's going to be 100%? Like, he may struggle to catch an alley-oop.
What if we just took a shot?
That's
going to be Mitchell Robinson.
He needs to be out there. I'm sorry.
And again, we went bust out. Possible. But at the end of the day, what if we just took a shot?
Yeah. If he doesn't play, the NBA's got a problem.
Why does the NBA have a problem?
Just like in hockey, you see guys playing with broken ribs.
Oh, I'm not worried about this at all. I think he's playing. It won't be game 1 because he just had didn't he just have the surgery like yesterday or today?
Yes, he did, yeah. I think he'll play, game 3.
I think game 3, game 4 is where you start to circle him being out there.
And I think that'd be good. I got a random one for you.
Oh, I love that. It's a Friday. Bring it.
Yep. J.J. McCarthy will win the start in Minnesota. Win the starter job.
J.J. McCarthy will win the starting job in Minnesota.
Maybe not by week 1, but at least by week 4.
I think that's Kyler's job to lose.
Run away. Can I say something? Why is there so much ridicule on McCarthy? Like, Cam Ward was not much better.
No, but I think...
And that was still McCarthy's first starts in the NFL.
Well, okay. Let's use this show as an example.
Yeah.
We gave him praise for just one good quarter of play, and everybody clowned on us the moment he had a bad moment.
I don't understand why. It's because, listen, is it because they drafted him too high? They did.
I think it's a combination of they drafted him too high. There is this, I don't even want to call it a theory, but there's this belief that Kevin O'Connell can make anybody a Pro Bowl quarterback.
And he didn't do it.
And he didn't do it right away with J.J. McCarthy, so it validates everybody's opinion that they took him too high. And so he is the poster child for clowning on. Now, I'll tell you what, this would have happened if Bo Nix flopped in Denver.
If this was
they were good, though.
But Bo Nix isn't the reason they're good.
But the team is good. You know what I'm saying? The team is good, so you can't dunk on a team that
Bo Nix had what?
To go for a Super Bowl.
3-4 good starts last year?
But it doesn't matter. They had a chance to go to the Super Bowl. Minnesota didn't participate. That's the difference.
But it's not like Wentz looked any better.
I understand that, but let's add on top of it. You let Sam Darnold walk.
That's where it becomes the issue. If J.J. McCarthy was a rookie quarterback and they drafted him in the first round and you take Darnold out of the picture, I think everybody is saying he deserves a second chance. He deserves a second year.
But those three things, Kevin O'Connell's past history of being able to make the most out of a quarterback, they let Sam Darnold walk, and everybody had the belief that they took J.J. too high. So everyone's waiting to pounce on J.J. and the Minnesota Vikings. They're just waiting.
It is, yeah, it's a perfect storm for the poor guy. Because he looked bad. But he didn't look worse than some of the rookie quarterbacks out there. And I guess that's my point of, like, if you treated him like a rookie last year, you would have a very different belief.
Well, I just love that, we gave him praise for that. We gave him praise for that one good fourth quarter he had on Monday night against the Bears.
And we were getting completely clowned.
Well, and everybody's favorite quarterback right now is Caleb Williams, who does the exact same thing just on a regular basis.
Yeah.
Where he stinks for the first three quarters and then, remembers how to play football.
The Iceman.
Did you see? I saw it yesterday. He threw a pass 67 yards in the air against the air, and everybody was losing their minds.
You want a little extra trivia? You know who threw the furthest ball? I'll double check this just to make sure I'm right. Do you know who threw the furthest ball last year in the NFL?
Like in terms of air yards?
Yes.
Probably Caleb.
I don't think so.
In air yards?
Yeah.
Who else has a cannon of an arm? Cam Ward?
Nope.
J.J. McCarthy?
Nope.
Oh, I thought you were setting me up for that to be the answer. Kyler Murray?
Longest completion was made by Caleb Williams at 62.3.
Okay.
Longest incompletion? The four-time league MVP Aaron Rodgers at 69.8 yards.
He still got it, then.
Still got it.
He still got it.
I mean, that is...
We got one more rodeo with him, too. Can't wait.
And then the longest pass in total yards was a 92-yard touchdown by Dak Prescott. Which, who cares if you throw a slant? Not a who cares? Exactly. And when you stink, who cares? Who cares? The D-backs will still be in a playoff spot by the All-Star break.
I mean, I think this is more of a conversation about the teams around them than it is about them specifically. Who are you afraid of?
Yeah, I mean, outside of...
There's 3 playoff spots. They have one of them. So they need 3 teams to pass them. Okay, maybe the Padres. Maybe. After that, can you name two teams that you think are definitively better than the Diamondbacks? I don't think you can.
No.
You're going to tell me right now you would take the Cardinals over the Diamondbacks?
No.
You telling me you're taking the Cubs?
No.
Taking the Reds?
No.
Taking the Pirates?
No.
Taking the Phillies?
Get better pitching.
I know they're playing better as of late, but right now.
Yeah, you would take the Diamondback. But you are just worried since Don Mattingly took over, they've been good. And you're worried about that lineup kind of coming into it.
Okay, all right. I'll give you the Phillies. That's still only two teams.
And the Mets.
I'm not worried about any of those teams. I'm really not.
What about the Giants?
Certainly not.
The Nationals are pesky.
The Nationals are pesky, yes.
You hate when I say
I mean, it's just you bring it up. This is the third time this week you brought it up.
and said the exact same line.
I don't know what you want me to do. I've already done this
I gotta
once.
be honest with you. I was, as soon as I was looking at it and you went with the Nationals, I knew I was going to say they're pesky.
Yeah, they're pesky.
Yeah.
They can hit.
they
score a lot of runs. That's what I've been told. I've been told they know how to score.
That's all I got for you.
Somehow twice this week, we've ended on the Nationals. Twice. Buy or sell has ended on the Washington Nationals. Two separate times.
Well, in fairness,
week,
both times
we've only had 4 shows.
Both times we were talking about the wild card race. And they are the last team that comes up in that conversation because they are last, only 2 games back. But then you have like the Marlins who are 5 or more out of it. So they are in the conversation, but the last team in the conversation.
480-864-1060, the phone number for you to join us here today on the program. We've also got you, the KDUS AM 1060 YouTube live stream. When we come back, the Diamondbacks, they start a 3-game series in Seattle tonight. The competition is about to get better. And I'll tell you what, I'm excited by that. That's next, the lunch break, KDUS AM 1060.
ASU baseball hits regional play right here on KDUS AM 1060. Join the Sun Devils in their NCAA playoff opener this Friday night as they take on Ole Miss in Lincoln, Nebraska. Coach Lee Bloomquist looks to have his team give it their all during this double elimination tournament. Join the voice of the Sun Devils, Tim Healy, on the call live. It's ASU versus Ole Miss this Friday night. Pregame at 5:45 p.m. and first pitch at 6 right here on KDUS AM 1060. Online at KDUS1060.com and the KDUS app.
Just call Sweet James at 1-800-9-million. Just call Sweet James, your accident attorney.
Sweet James, the only firm to call if you're hurt in a crash. 800-9-million and sweetjames.com.
Foreigner, celebrating 50 years.
You're as cold as ice.
5 decades of hit songs.
Feels like the first time.
Come alive on one stage. Foreigner. Sunday, October 18th, Talking Stick Resort. Tickets on sale now at TalkingStickResort.com. All the hits on one stage. Foreigner, celebrating 50 years, live.
When I scraped my car in that parking garage, I was worried that it could be a long process to take care of it. Like a landscaper's first day trimming a hedge maze.
I have definitely already been here. Now, was it left, right, or right, left? Well, maybe I'll cut a path out and find my way back later.
But it wasn't like that. I filed a claim in under 2 minutes on the Geico app, and they handled it from there. It was taken care of almost as quickly as it happened.
It feels good to get help quick. It feels good to Geico.
Come see us at Mark Mazda Scottsdale right now. Save on gas and financing with 0% APR for up to 72 months on the all-new 2026 Mazda CX-90 PHEV.
Don't know what to do with your trade? We'll give you a minimum $8,000 for any trade, no matter what shape it's in, as long as it runs based on the actual MSRP. And if $8,000 is the minimum, think what your good trade-in might be worth. Go to markmazdascottsdale.com or come see us at the Scottsdale Auto Show to find out.
The name to remember, Mark Mazda, Mark Mazda.
Meineke always treats your car like it's their own. With over 50 years of experience, Meineke's certified technicians will diagnose and fix any issue with precision and care. Schedule an appointment at Meineke.com. Trust your key with Meineke. Meineke, doing car care right.
I'm Dan Patrick, and this is Above the Noise. The Western Conference Finals has delivered everything that we could want. And here we are with the Game 7, and the conversation usually comes back to the same thing. stars, more specifically SGA and Victor Wembanyama. The numbers tell a pretty simple story. OKC is 3-0 in the series when SGA scores more or matches Wemby's point total. San Antonio, 3-0 when Wemby outscores the reigning MVP. Basketball is obviously more complicated than one stat line, but in a league built around elite talent, Game 7 usually comes down to which star can control the night. The trend of the series suggests Saturday will likely be no different. The supporting cast will play its role. Coaching and officiating will be part of the equation. But when it comes to arguably two of the best players on the planet, which star leaves a bigger imprint on this Game 7 may also be the reason his team goes to the NBA Finals. I'm Dan Patrick, and this is Above the Noise. These days, everybody's searching for ways to save on insurance, scrolling comparison sites, digging through tips, chasing deals. But Liberty Mutual makes it simple. Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance to save you money. And when you bundle, those savings really start to come through. It's insurance built for real people with a team that helps you keep what matters most, money. No hassle, just confidence that your coverage is customized with savings in mind. Get a quote at libertymutual.com or with your local independent agent. It's only natural. You see these golfers mistaking the True Green lawns for an actual golf course. Have you noticed that?
Come on.
No, I'm serious. They're the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour, so they know what it takes to get golf course quality lawns.
So you're saying we could host a tournament out back?
Well, yeah, I guess we can. Get your own golf course quality lawn at truegreen.com. Truegreen.com. Let the pros handle the lawn. Just don't be surprised when golfers show up.
Every Friday from 5 to 6 p.m. is MMA Friday on the Sports Zoo with official UFC ranker Scott Lewis, brought to you by RTO Sullivan's, your home for every UFC event. The Sports Zoo is the only show in the Valley that gives you 1 full hour of MMA every week, featuring Scott Lewis's official UFC ranking changes, fight predictions for every weekly event, shocking MMA stories, and more. So tune in every Friday from 5 to 6 p.m. and then head to RTO Sullivan's every Saturday to watch the fights. Go to RTOSullivans.com for a location near you.
Series starts tonight for the Diamondbacks. The road trip continues. They're up in Seattle for 3 games. And I want to go back to a buy or sell from the last segment. As producer Evan, you asked me if the Diamondbacks would hold on to a playoff spot by the time we got to the All-Star break. And I thought we got a great comment over on the KDUS AM 1060 YouTube channel that not only answered that question, but also feeds into what makes me so excited about this upcoming series in Seattle, the Dodgers being on the other side of it, these next 7 games in general. So our guy Code said, can't determine that right now. Let's see what happens in the next month. Arizona is 20-22 against teams not named the Rockies or the Giants. Now, should we check that math from Code? Should we take his word for it? Do we believe him? Do we trust him on that? That math is correct?
I can check it, but I think he's right.
I'll just pull up the schedule and just see.
The easiest way to do it is they've played the Giants and the Rockies.
Well, they were 20. So they haven't played the Rockies and the Giants before this series. They were 20-22 going into it. They're now 31-24. So yeah, he's right.
Yeah.
They hadn't played those teams up until this point. So yes. So 20-22 against teams not named the Giants and the Rockies. They were 11-2 against those teams. I hear you. And that's what makes me so excited about tonight. Not saying that Seattle is the greatest thing since sliced bread. They're in a division right now that is barely floating around 500. In fact, they're leading the division, the Mariners are, at 28-29. They're not even 500, and they're winning that division. So it's not to say that the Seattle Mariners are the Guardians, the Rays, the Yankees, the Braves, but it's better than the Giants and the Rockies. It's an increase in competition. And then on the other side of that, you're going to play 4 against the Dodgers. And so I'm excited that the competition is going to ramp up because now we get to see, is what happened over the last 11 games just the byproduct of playing 2 really bad teams for 13 straight games? And will it completely end when they face a team that has good pitching in the Mariners, when they face an overall fantastic team in the Dodgers? Will the warts that we saw when they were 20-22 to start the year, will they just revert right back? Or did playing the Rockies and the Giants for 13 straight games get Ketel Marte back on track, and so he's more confident going into the Mariners series, and this team just keeps on rolling? The best part is we're going to find out. We're going to find out over the weekend. We're going to find out over the next two series when they take on the Mariners and the Dodgers. Was it just a case of playing bad teams and being able to produce against bad teams, and they're going to go right back to being the barely hovering near 500 team that they were beforehand? Or did this stretch provide something that the biggest baseball,
I'm a huge nerd,
don't have a calculation for, which is momentum? Did they build momentum that if they would have played the Mariners 3 weeks ago, they would have lost to them? But now that they're playing the Mariners right now, and they're a confident bunch, and they're getting great starting pitching, and the bullpen is underworked instead of overworked, and the lineup is starting to break out, that now they'll be able to go to Seattle and take 2 out of 3. And I'll tell you right now, if they played this series 2 months ago, or I should say 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, I don't think I'd pick the Diamondbacks to win the series. But the way this team's playing right now, facing a team that's below 500, the confidence that they have, the pitching matchups that are there, the guys that are starting, the overall, health of the team. And what I mean by health of the team, meaning your bullpen's not overworked, your starters are really good, the lineup, you're getting production from young guys. Just feels like mentally the team's in a really good spot. You can pick them to win this series and not think twice about it. So that's what gets me excited about this. We're going to, Code, you say that you can't determine it right now. You're right. We'll start to be able to determine it tonight in this series against Seattle. If we come in here on Monday and we talk about a team that won 2 out of 3, and it's not the Giants and it's not the Rockies, now all of a sudden kind of poke holes in that argument. If they lose 2 out of 3, they get swept. Okay. That argument now has a stronger leg to stand on. So that's why I'm excited about this. We're going to get the answer together. Should be a fun one. 3 games over the weekend up in Seattle.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun one because this is a team where you kind of really get to test your ability and your momentum that you have brought into the series. Because, listen, Seattle's been slightly a disappointment this year. Like, you can take advantage of that team.
Here's how I would describe it. You're taking a college course or any course, and you have you're learning the curriculum and you're taking all the practice quizzes, right? You can take the practice quizzes over and over and over again, and you're getting hundreds. You're doing great on the practice quiz. Seattle is the quarterly exam. Now you get to show if what you learned over the course of the semester actually stuck. Or if it was just, we took advantage of being able to, use the open book, use ChatGPT, be able to take the practice quizzes over and over and over again. Was it that? Or did you actually learn the material? That's what we'll find out over the weekend, or at least we'll start to find out over the weekend for the Diamondbacks.
That's what we'll have to know.
We'll get to know. 480-864-1060 is the phone number for you to join us here today on the program. When we come back, who wins the weekend? We've got to pick our weekend winners. We'll do it next. The lunch break, KDUS, AM 1060.
The Dan Patrick Show.
I would keep an eye on Victor Wembanyama. Some of the calls last night against San Antonio were really questionable, in my opinion. These officials don't want to be told by us that you're missing these calls. They don't want to be told by players. They don't want to be told by coaches. I don't want to know who you are as an official, because if I do, chances are you didn't have a good game. And I think the NBA, in what you're allowing some of these players to get away with, it's unfortunate.
Weekdays, 6 to 9 a.m. on KTUS AM 1060.
Hi, everyone. Super Bowl champ Vernon Davis here from Legal Help Center. If you've been injured in an accident and think you deserve compensation, listen up, because we have legal professionals standing by right now to answer your questions for free. You can find out if you have a case and how much it's potentially worth. The call is free. The consultation is free. And you can speak with a live agent right now. So if you or someone you know were injured in an accident of any kind, call now to find out if you have a case and how much you could potentially get.
Thanks, Vernon. You heard it, folks. If you've been injured, call and find out how much you qualify for. Call 800-863-1010. That's 800-863-1010. 800-863-1010. Advertisement sponsored by Legal Help Center. May not be available in all states. Not available in California.
John Mellencamp. Dancing Words Tour, the greatest hits. August 9th. Talking Stick Resort Amphitheater. Tickets are on sale now at livenation.com. John Mellencamp. Part of the America First Credit Union Concert Series.
America First Credit Union has everything you need to get your money working. And for a limited time, new members get a $150 cash bonus for opening a checking account and $200 more for enrolling in and using direct deposit. If you're ready to do more with your money and get up to $350 cash, head to americafirst.com and become a member today. Subject to membership eligibility, terms, creditworthiness, change, and conditions. Additional requirements may apply. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal Opportunity Lender.
There are 6 things that must be exactly perfect for your air conditioner to use less energy and last longer. If even one isn't perfect, your system works harder and wears out quicker. For just $129, Gettle will give your system a rejuvenation. We'll test and adjust all 6 things and clean the outdoor coils the right way, not the easy way. Those coils get hot, so that plaque is baked on. A garden hose just won't do it. No one knows air conditioners like Gettle. Goettl will keep you cool, but it's hard to spell.
Is the crew on their way so we can fire up the grill?
Cabrito, arrachera. They're gonna love it.
Better go with birria and carne en su jugo. Classic Jalisco dishes with tradition.
That seasoning is great, but northern Mexican-style meat speaks for itself. Let's make both.
Deal. And to boost the flavor, ice-cold Pepsi. Its sweetness pairs perfectly.
And to go with it, flour tortillas.
And corn ones too. Hey, carne asada deserves Pepsi.
Every Friday from 5 to 6 p.m. is MMA Friday on the Sports Zoo with official UFC ranker Scott Lewis, brought to you by RTO Sullivan's, your home for every UFC event. The Sports Zoo is the only show in the Valley that gives you 1 full hour of MMA every week, featuring Scott Lewis's official UFC ranking changes, fight predictions for every weekly event, shocking MMA stories, and more. So tune in every Friday from 5 to 6 p.m. and then head to RTO Sullivan's every Saturday to watch the fights. Go to RTOSullivans.com for a location near you.
All right, we're back here on the lunch break. KDUS AM 1060. It's time for our weekend winners. We didn't do these last week. We were both out. So we're back at it.
We got some good ones.
Where do you want to start? You want to start with NASCAR?
Yeah, let's start with NASCAR.
Okay, so we've got the Cracker Barrel 400. Now, that is going to air somewhere on all of our KDUS properties. Now, I say somewhere because we don't know exactly when/if, hopefully it's a when, ASU baseball will play on Sunday, as their regional for the NCAA tournament gets started tonight, 5:45 right here on KDUS AM 1060. So it will, if ASU baseball is not playing, it will air here on 1060. If it is not on 1060, it will air down on 1440. Either way, it will be available via the KDUS AM 1060 app. Either because it's on 1060 or because it's on 1440 and you've got the other player. So my suggestion, download the free KDUS AM 1060 app if you want to listen to the race over the weekend, and you'll have your chance to do it. No matter what, it will be on the KDUS AM 1060 app.
Love it.
I've got Kyle Larson.
You're going Kyle Larson.
So my guy has the second most laps led in the Cup Series behind Denny Hamlin. We don't have a win yet. We get it this week in Nashville.
Which is funny that he's behind Denny Hamlin because he'll be looking at his rear lights all day long.
That's what you're taking?
No, I'm taking Denny Hamlin. So Denny's going to get a win this week. I believe it is the Cracker Barrel.
Cracker Barrel 400. Yep.
So I'm excited. I've never been to a Cracker Barrel.
What? Excellent breakfast.
Yeah,
you know what?
If I have,
Hold on.
I was
Hold on.
super young and don't
Hold on.
remember it.
What do you got going on this weekend?
Not much.
No, you got nothing?
I don't think so.
You and the girlfriend. Tomorrow morning,
Cracker Barrel.
go to Cracker Barrel for breakfast.
Is it it's not buffet style, right?
No. Sit down, you get served. Do that, report back on Monday.
Okay, I will.
Support NASCAR here. Okay?
The Cracker Barrel 400, I will support by going to Cracker Barrel.
Great.
You have any other weekend winners?
I have 4 of them.
Oh,
where would you like me to start? I'm going for it. I'm going for it this weekend.
Okay, start with, I'm assuming you're going to take the Thunder.
I am taking the Thunder.
Yeah, give me the Thunder.
I've got the Thunder. I've got Kyle Larson. I've got the Montreal Canadiens to force a Game 6.
Wow.
They're going to win tonight. I've got ASU baseball to win their regional.
Wow.
And I'll give you a French Open pick. Coco Gauff wins the women's side of the French Open.
Coco Gauff, spelled like Jared?
No, Gauff.
All right.
Spelled like the quarterback. No. In fact, no.
Funny you took the Canadians. I'm going to be taking the Canes.
Let me write yours down. You've got Carolina.
I'll take Carolina. I took Denny Hamlin.
Denny Hamlin. Well, slow down because we got a lot of time here left in the segments. Really, really take your time with these.
I'm so torn, to be honest, on the Game 7. Like, every part of me thinks it's the Thunder. Because you're at home.
Yeah, they have every advantage in the world.
You won the NBA Finals in a Game 7. Like, it hasn't been like they've been here before.
Right, you're prepared for the moment.
You're prepared for the moment. Spurs looked good last night. And, their ability, I'll put this out there. The Thunder missed a lot of opportunities early in that game to stay in it. And in a put-away game, I did not think they looked good, which was a little shocking to me. I didn't think they were going to win last night, but they didn't look good, which was concerning.
Sorry, I got distracted by social media. My apologies.
What'd you see?
I saw this old school website.
Okay.
For MLB mock drafts that I remember looking at as a kid.
Nice.
Yeah, it's cool.
Okay, so I don't know. I think I'm staying away from Game 7.
Not even making a pick.
I'm also going to be taking ASU baseball.
You're joining me with the ASU baseball.
Which is, it was rude of you to go first on that one.
You're the one that asked me.
Yep. And then I got a strange one for you. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Give me the Oakland A's.
What?
You got a big series with the Yankees.
Oh, you just want the A's. You said Oakland, and I thought there was something missing.
No, sorry. Give me the A's.
I was like, are they playing in Oakland this weekend? What?
No.
Why did you say it that way?
Give me the A's.
Okay.
They got a big, and here's why. Everybody's going to have to hear my story here. They have a big series this week against the Yankees. Big series in Sacramento against the Yankees. They are obviously very relevant. One game out of a wild card spot, just a half game out of first place. Do you know that this season they are playing games June 8th through the 10th and June 12th through the 14th in Vegas, the Las Vegas series? They are making their debut. When the A's play that, they need to still be relevant. Imagine the excitement it would garner. Big weekend for the A's. They know that coming up on the schedule.
So you have the A's. Okay. It's a very long-winded way to get there, but you have the A's. Okay. Anything else? I've got 5 things this weekend, just so you're...
You have 4.
I have 5.
Kyle Larson, Thunder, Canadians, Coco Gauff.
ASU baseball.
Oh, ASU baseball.
And Coco Gauff, yes. What are you doing, man? You're the guy that keeps track.
Yes, I know. And I have Denny Hamlin, the Hurricanes, ASU baseball, the Athletics, and now Ketel Marte stays hot.
Wow, Ketel Marte
against his former team.
Stays hot against his former team. I love that. All right, there you have it.
How do you provide somebody like a player? Like, what does Ketel Marte need to do to be a weekend winner? Like, what if he goes 1 for 20 in the series, but hits a take the lead home run to finish off a sweep.
I think we have to look at it. I mean, that's what Monday's for, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Monday is for where we debate it if it's close. Now, in the very small track record of us doing this, it's very black and white.
It has been very.
We either win or we don't.
I picked Nolan Arenado one weekend. I think he went like 1 for 15 with a single.
So sometimes it's very obvious. Like, I think I've made a prediction, like, on the Take a Note Thursday. I think I was like, oh, Nolan Arenado hits 2 home runs this weekend. It didn't happen. So very clearly it's an L. So I think if we have a case-by-case basis, then we evaluate that on a Monday.
I like that.
We see what happens. All right. We each got our 5 weekend winners. ASU baseball tonight, 5:45.
That'll be the start of the pregame coverage.
6 o'clock first pitch. They play Ole Miss tonight.
In Lincoln?
Yes. Lincoln, Nebraska is where their regional is because Nebraska is the top seed. They win. They will play tomorrow late afternoon, I believe. I think it's a 4:45.
And then if they win both, they only play 1 game Sunday?
And it would be Sunday night. They would play.
And if they split, they play 2 games Sunday.
Potentially, they would have to win the first game to play the second game. Yes.
Okay.
So, listen, if you want to know when they're playing tomorrow, at the end of the game tonight, play-by-play
Tim will tell you.
Tim will let you know exactly when, where they will be playing. But that's why you download the free KDUS AM 1060 app, so you can just
wherever you're at. I don't know what you're doing tonight.
Right. But if you want,
but you got this thing.
Yeah, you're good.
You got the app.
Plus, you got a chance to listen and win 4 tickets to the Diamondbacks, and then take on the Washington Nationals at Chase Field Saturday, June 6th. What? Did I miss something?
No, they're pesky.
Oh, you know what? I didn't even realize I had to read. Yeah. I am so, when it comes to the reads on the show, I'm so Ron Burgundy. You just put something in front of me, I'll read it. I honestly didn't even compute that it's the Nationals in town. So, yeah, if you want to go see the pesky Washington Nationals when they take on the Diamondbacks.
It's going to be a lot of runs in that series.
On June 6th, we've got your chance to win 4 tickets for listening on the free KDUS AM 1060 app. When we come back, we'll let you know everything that's going on this weekend on the station. And then it is the leftovers, all the stories we didn't get to here today on the show. We'll get to them next. The lunch break, KDUS, AM 1060.
It's the lunch break with Chris Schubert.
The latest report surrounding Jacoby Brissett and the Arizona Cardinals. And according to Josh Weinfuss, quote, the two sides are significantly far apart. But does significant mean Jacoby Brissett wants $30 million a season and the Cardinals want to give him 10? If there's a significant gap between the two sides, is this worth the trouble? You've got Gardner Minshew. You drafted Carson Beck with a top 75 pick. Just ride with those two guys.
Live Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Just call Sweet James at 1-800-9-million. Just call Sweet James, your accident attorneys.
If you've been hurt in a car, truck, or motorcycle crash, call the attorneys at Sweet James for a free case review. 800-9-million. Let's be honest. After a serious crash, the system is stacked against you. Insurance companies have one goal: protect themselves, not you. That's where Sweet James comes in. When you put Sweet James on your side, you put power and respect on your side. Their attorneys have experience in over 500 trials with a 98% winning record. And when insurance companies mess with you, they deliver results that sends them a message. They step in, help you get treatment, and fight for what you deserve. You don't pay unless they win. Call 800-9-million. 800-900-0000. SweetJames.com.
Just call Sweet James at 1-800-9-million. Just call Sweet James, your accident attorneys.
On a July morning in 1991, Detective Mike King's life changed forever.
I don't think I'll ever forget that first moment when I saw her.
A young woman made a startling confession. She'd recently been a member of a cult.
I had to consider the fact that her involvement meant that she could actually be one of the predators.
Gardens of Evil, Inside the Zion Society Cult is the 5th season of the award-winning series American Nightmares. Subscribe now on Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen.
Santana, Oneness Tour 2026. The power, the energy. Come celebrate your favorite hits from Woodstock to Supernatural and beyond with very special guest, the Doobie Brothers. Friday, August 14th, Mortgage Matchup Center. On sale now at livenation.com. Santana and Doobie Brothers, Oneness Tour 2026.
ASU baseball hits regional play right here on KDUS AM 1060. Join the Sun Devils in their NCAA playoff opener this Friday night as they take on Ole Miss in Lincoln, Nebraska. Coach Lee Bloomquist looks to have his team give it their all during this double elimination tournament. Join the voice of the Sun Devils, Tim Healy, on the call live. It's ASU versus Ole Miss this Friday night. Pregame at 5:45 p.m. and first pitch at 6 right here on KDUS AM 1060. Online at KDUS1060.com and the KDUS app.
Wrapping up this week here on the show. Thanks for hanging out with us on the lunch break. As we've mentioned, ASU baseball tonight. They will take on Ole Miss, 5:45 pregame, 6 o'clock first pitch. And I'm pulling up the bracket now to tell you if they win, if they lose, when they will play tomorrow, because they're guaranteed to play today and guaranteed to play at least one.
I was going to say they're guaranteed
tomorrow.
2 games,
Guaranteed
correct?
2 games. Yes, absolutely. So 6 o'clock tonight, first pitch between Arizona State and Ole Miss. They win that game. They will play tomorrow, 5 o'clock first pitch, 4:45 pregame. They lose today. They will play the loser of Nebraska, South Dakota State. That game will be played tomorrow morning, 11:45 pregame, 12 o'clock first pitch.
Love it.
So either 11:45 pregame or a 4:45 pregame tomorrow. If they win, it's 4:45. They lose, it's 11:45. And then I won't walk you through all the different permutations from there, but that's what it looks like the next 2 days. NASCAR, the Cracker Barrel 400 will air somewhere, either 1060 or 1440, depending on where ASU baseball is at the tournament. But either way, it'll be available on the KDUS AM 1060 app. So just go there and you'll either see it on the main player or it'll be there right below as a stream for you to listen to on Sunday. So that is how it will all work out here over the weekend. We're back here on Monday. Producer Evan, what do we have in the leftovers today? Oh, I need you. Got to get the music.
I was going to say, you want to get the music going?
My apologies.
OTAs obviously in action for everybody across the league. With that comes some of the media availability. And a guy we talked about extensively for most of the offseason. We scouted him. Everybody told us he's a Cardinal, he's a Cardinal, he's a Cardinal until he's a Ram. But Matthew Stafford made his first comments about the Rams selection of Ty Simpson in the first round. Quote, listen, I'm not 25 years old, and I get that. So we're doing everything we can to be as good of a football team as we can now for the future and all of it.
I think that's a very mature quote from Matthew Stafford. It's also easy to say that when you just got $60 million dumped into your bank account.
He does go on to say that he is a great constant dialogue and relationship with head coach Sean McVay, who told him they were drafting Simpson 13th overall.
Okay. Stop everything you're doing. I need the breaking news sounder.
Oh, my gosh. Wow, this must be big.
A breaking news sounder. There's a gentleman by the name of the Parlay Prince. He had a 4-leg parlay. Michigan, the Knicks, the Spurs, and USA. I'm assuming the hockey team.
Yes.
So I'm assuming this because all I'm seeing is the team names. I'm assuming this was Michigan to win the NCAA title, the Knicks to win the East, the Spurs to win the West, and Team USA to win the gold in hockey. It was a 4-pick parlay. 68,528 plus 68,528. It was a $2,500 wager. It was to pay out $1.7 million.
Is there a cash out?
There was a cash out offer made as of 2 hours ago. The offer, $612,202.95.
So then it's essentially $1.1 million on the Spurs.
I'm sorry, I'm taking the cash out.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, I know it's $2,500, and so that's a big unit size. So,
but
and the guy's name is the Parlay Prince.
It is.
So this is probably what he does for a living.
300 times what you bet. Still.
You take the cash out and you put money on the Spurs to win Game 7.
Yes. If you put $500,000 on the Spurs to win Game 7, guess what? You have $100,000 to play with, and you can probably win the $1.1 million.
You have to take the offer, right? Have to take the offer.
I think you have to.
You have to take it and hedge. Although somebody in the comments of this tweet brought up a good point. I mean, the person bet $2,500 on a parlay that had 68,528 odds. So is the money that serious? Like for me, I look at that and I go, oh, I would cash that out. But I would never bet $2,500 on a parlay of that.
Yes, I would never bet $2,500 on anything.
Ever, on anything. I don't think I bet $2,500 total in the history of sports gambling.
Right? Like, I don't know. My $5 wagers aren't pushing the needle.
My $2.50 parlays that I put together on.
One time I had I think it was like 8 or 9 legs on touchdown score.
That's what I usually do. I do a touchdown parlay. And
I think I put like $10 on it. It was to win like $1,200. And I had 7 of the scores in the first half. The last one I needed was Jamar Chase.
You take the cash out.
And it offered me a cash out of like, it was a disrespectful offer. Like I was upset at the cash out. It was under $200. And I was like, Cincinnati down at halftime. They're going to be throwing the ball. Jamar Chase. T. Higgins had like 2. I was upset. But the cash out was like $110. That's such a disrespectful offer comparatively to what this guy's getting.
I would take both offers. Take the free money. Free money. It's free money for a bet that hasn't won. It hasn't won.
No, I get it. But sometimes you find yourself getting caught up in those moments.
And in those moments, you have to become a mathematician. You have to just do the math.
And I just think the math would tell me otherwise. So this was my senior year of college. In a year
By
in
the way,
which
he is reportedly at this moment declining the offer.
Okay, Jamar Chase caught 17 touchdowns. Didn't have one in one specific game.
And it was the game that you...
And it was, well, I'm sure he didn't have, he had 2 in multiple games. But the specific game he did not have one in was the one that I had. But he caught 17 touchdowns that year. And let's be honest, I get plus 1,100 odds at that point for him to score. The math tells you.
I would take the money. Deposit it directly into my account, please.
No, I understand taking the money, but the mathematician part of that lies.
Yeah, but it's not calculating the risk into it. The risk of the bet's still outstanding, and you can end up with 0. I'm sorry, I completely derailed the leftovers. My apologies. Please continue.
We have an update, by the way, on Mitchell Robinson.
He's going to play.
Mitchell Robinson is going to play. I have no idea how that's going to go.
Not in game 1. He's going to play in game 1? No, he can't possibly play in game 1.
They're just saying he's going to try and go.
That would be absurd.
Yes, sources. Mitchell Robinson plans to play in the NBA Finals.
Well, that in the NBA Finals. If he plays,
like New York Knicks center Mitchell Robinson plans to play Game 1 of the NBA Finals while wearing a brace on his hand after undergoing surgery on his broken right pinky finger.
No chance.
Shams reported this.
No, he did not.
Yes, he did. Shams. I am reading an ESPN story that Shams reported this.
I think you got here again.
No. I'm on ESPN.com.
Oh, this is a tweet from 7 hours ago. He fully plans to play in game 1. Wow. Okay.
Did you get got?
Did I get got?
Yeah.
No. I went to his official Twitter account that I followed.
I was on his ESPN article.
Those could be.
Oh.
Gotta be careful, you know?
You have to be very careful on ESPN. What? The one thing about that is a broken right pinky. Like for a center, it's not as big of a deal, you think. Do you think it's a bigger deal for a center or a guard?
I think it's a big deal for a center. You're always getting caught up in the wash of stuff. There's
but I wouldn't want it on a guard's shooting hand.
Fair enough, but do you want it on a center who's constantly going up with that hand to try to grab a rebound, constantly getting smacked?
Like, I wouldn't mind it.
I don't think that's great.
Because that's just a pain tolerance thing. Catch the ball or you don't.
Right, but they're going to need to rebound against whoever they play.
And it's gonna be a complete pain tolerance thing.
If he's playing in game one, he must feel like he's going to be okay in the pain tolerance department.
So then he's good.
I can't believe he's going to play in game one. He just had the surgery like yesterday.
Literally yesterday.
Now, luckily, he's got a couple of days.
Correct. He does have obviously some time.
It's not like game one's tomorrow or tonight,
But yes, he's going to play in game one.
It's going to do it for us here. Another great week of shows in the books. Everybody enjoy the ASU baseball action over the weekend. Jim Rum's coming up next. Producer Evan, thank you for all that you do. Everybody, have a great rest of your Friday. Have a great weekend. We'll talk to you on Monday.